Hello everyone and welcome to Homespun Handcrafts Woven Bowls. For this month's craft, the supplies you're going to need are a paper plate, I have three different colors of yarn here. You could use more or less depending on what you want. And then this template. If you don't have it printed out in front of you, it's just a circle the size of the plate with a smaller circle on the inside and then 9 marks to divide it up around the edges. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out this circle. Next, I'm going to take the circle and lay it over top of the paper plate. You can see it's approximately the size. It's a little bit bigger because the plate isn't flat and the plate is not flat, whereas the template is. So you're going to approximately center the plate in the middle of your circle. Just hold it together and then you're just going to cut down the fold lines. And I have those cut in. And what I want to do, I'm actually going to go and see how there's the rim on the inside that's a little bit further in. I'm going to cut all the way into that rim. So I'm going to go back around and trim each of my cuts to that rim. However deep your cuts are going to be how tall the sides of your bowl are. And then however big the bottom of your plate is how big the bottom of the bowl is going to be. All right, and I now have 9 even pieces, so I'm going to fold these up. And as you can see, I now have 9 even pieces. And the next thing I'm going to do is just cut a small triangle off of each, one of each sides of the folds. Just go all the way around and do that. It's approximately the width of one of the little dents in the plate is how much you want to take out. And what this is going to allow us to do is when we fold the edges up, they'll sit next to each other now. Okay, and I'm just going to go around and make sure, yep. Okay, it looks like I need to take a little bit more out on the sides of some of these, so I'm just going to go in and trim it so that they work. And now you can fold the edges up and they don't really touch each other, is the goal here. And you're just gonna fold them in so that they're at an approximately 90-degree angle. Yeah, and again, this one I'm gonna have to take a little more out. You're gonna put them so that they're about a 90-degree angle. Just trim as you go if they're not quite fitting up the way you want them to. Okay, and now what we're going to do is take our yarn and weave around the edges of the bowl. So you're going to start off with one color of yarn and you're going to place it and you're just going to weave in and out all the way around. To start with, just leave this end loose on the inside. We're going to take care of that in a minute. And just keep going around. And you're going to want to pull it a little bit tight because the tension is going to be what keeps the sides of the bowl up. So if it's too loose, it's not going to stay. So you can see right here it's a little bit loose because that's where the end is. And you're just going to keep going up and around. And I'm just pushing them up a little bit every time I do one of the outside edges, just to make sure that I'm getting it sturdy, but you don't want to pull it too tight. So it's kind of a balancing act of pulling it tight enough so that it's kind of sticking up, while not being so loose, so tight that it pulls the other edges taut. So you want there to be a little bit of kind of on the inside. See how it's just kind of there? It's like even tension. That's what you want to do. You don't want it to be pulling on the other edges on the inside. Okay. And then I'm gonna just keep going around. And you can see the colors starting to stack up on the outside now, in addition to on the inside. And it's also starting to hold the edges more upright as we go around. And we're just going in and out. And yeah, you can see right there I was pulling it a little bit too tight, so it was pulling inwards a bit. Just make sure. Just lining up the bottom. Okay, good. Okay. And I'm just going to finish going around this row. And now I'm going to cut it, and we're going to leave the tail on the inside. And we're going to weave in all the tails at the end, so don't worry about this just yet. All right, I'm now going to switch to my second color of yarn. So I'm going to do a bit of the gray. So we're going to take it, leave your tail on the inside, and just weave in and out again. That got messed up. All right. There we go. Fixed that. Okay. I'm just kind of squishing down the sides so that they're even. I'm going to go around one more time with the gray, and then I'm going to switch to my other color of yarn. Again, we're cutting a tail to leave on the inside. we're going to start with the next color. This may or may not be the last color, depending on how I like how it's looking. You can see it's really coming along. I'm going to do another round or two of the bluish green, and then I'm going to do another round of purple, I think. All the way around, cut a tail. All right, again, we're leaving it on the inside for now. And then I'm going to finish off with one last round of purple. gonna go around one final time now. Again, trim it, leave a little bit of a tail. All right, we're going to deal with the tails in just a minute, but first you're going to take the edge of each part of the bowl where the paper plate is, and you're going to fold the edge down. You're folding it so it's kind of down. And you can use it so it's either a flared edge like that, or you can crimp it all the way down. It's up to you and which you prefer. I'm going to fold it all the way down myself. Putting this fold in prevents the yarn from sliding up off the top easily. So by doing this, you're keeping the yarn in place. Okay, and now it's time to deal with the ends. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take it and you're going to tuck it behind the other yarn of the same color. And that'll keep it in place. And then the little tail that's left, you're just going to trim off. Not a fantastic scissor, and then you're going to hide the rest of the ends in there, and you're going to do that the same for all of these different tails. Weaving in ends is definitely my least favorite part of pretty much any project. This is a really bad scissor. All right, and there you have it, a woven yarn bowl.